Today, we are going to reveal the unbelievable story of one of the rarest and most valuable coins in the world, the 1980 Mint Mark Lincoln penny. This is not just any penny. What you are about to discover is a coin that could be worth $20 million today, a coin that collectors around the world would give anything to own, a coin that could turn a simple drawer of change into unimaginable wealth. The 1980 Lincoln penny is a modern legend, a true numismatic treasure, and in this video, we will explore every detail of its history, why it is so rare, and why people are willing to spend fortunes just to hold it in their hands. The story begins in 1980 at the Denver Mint, one of the busiest mints in the United States. That year, millions of pennies were being produced, but hidden among them were a few extraordinary coins that were never supposed to leave the mint in circulation. These were coins with an almost perfect strike, flawless surfaces, and a mint mark that would make them instantly recognizable to collectors. Only a handful of these pennies exist in the world today, and that extreme rarity is what has pushed their value into the tens of millions. What makes the 1980 Lincoln penny so special is more than just its date and mint mark. It is its condition, its preservation, and the story behind it. Unlike most pennies that are handled, circulated, and worn over time, these coins have survived decades in perfect uncirculated condition. The details on Lincoln's bust are razor sharp. Every hair, every line on his coat, every curve of his face is perfectly preserved. The edges are flawless, and the coin gleams like it just left the mint today. Collectors call coins like this the Holy Grail of modern sense because they combine rarity, condition, and historical significance in one small piece of copper. Over the years, stories of these pennies appearing have sent shockwaves through the coin collecting world. Imagine finding one tucked away in a dusty old drawer, a forgotten roll of pennies from the 1980s, and suddenly realizing that this small coin is worth more than a luxury home. That is exactly what has happened to a few lucky individuals, and their stories are nothing short of incredible. One person reportedly discovered a 1980 penny while sorting through decades of loose change, and after having it professionally appraised, the value shocked them to the core: millions of dollars. That is the power of rarity and perfect preservation in the numismatic world. The 1980 Lincoln penny is also significant because it is a symbol of the potential for modern coins to become extraordinarily valuable. Most coins from 1980 are common, worth only a few cents, and often overlooked. But the 1980 in perfect condition is proof that even relatively recent coins can reach staggering values when the stars align, when rarity, condition, and demand all come together. Experts in the coin world say that this coin represents the pinnacle of modern Lincoln sense, the ultimate collectible, and the dream of every serious collector. In auctions, the 1980 penny has become the center of intense competition. Collectors from around the globe compete fiercely to acquire even a single example. Private sales are shrouded in secrecy, and the auction houses guard every transaction closely because the sums involved are astronomical. In fact, the estimated value of the 1980 penny today is $20 million, making it not only one of the most valuable Lincoln cents but one of the most valuable coins in the entire world. People have compared it to rare stamps, historic artifacts, and even famous pieces of art, and it stands proudly among them because of its extreme rarity and impeccable condition. The story of the 1980 penny is also a story of history and craftsmanship. The Denver Mint, like all U.S. mints, followed strict procedures to ensure quality and consistency. But for reasons that are still debated among experts, a few coins came out with absolutely flawless strikes, perfectly centered designs, and untouched surfaces. These coins were never meant to be special, yet they became the crown jewels of the numismatic community. Every auction, every sale, and every appearance in private collections adds to the legend of this coin. Its fame continues to grow, and its value seems destined to rise even further. Collectors are not just buying a piece of metal, they are buying a piece of history. The 1980 penny represents decades of meticulous craftsmanship, the preservation of an era, and the thrill of discovery. It embodies the excitement of numismatics, where the smallest objects can hold incredible stories and unimaginable wealth. For some, owning a 1980 penny is a lifelong dream, a symbol of achievement, and a testament to their dedication to collecting. Imagine the thrill of holding a coin that could be worth $20 million. That is not a fantasy. That is reality for the few people who have managed to secure a 1980 penny. Auctions for coins like this are electrifying events. Collectors scrutinize every detail, examining the surfaces, the edges, the mint mark, and the strike quality. The smallest imperfection can affect value by millions of dollars. Every sale is a newsworthy event, and the coin becomes the centerpiece of the global coin collecting community. The market for the 1980 penny is hotter than ever. Demand continues to rise because coins in perfect, uncirculated condition are finite. Once all surviving coins are accounted for, there will never be another like them. Experts predict that the value will only increase, making it one of the wisest investments in the rare coin world. Some even consider it a hedge against inflation, a tangible asset that grows in value over time. People spend fortunes to acquire these coins not only for personal satisfaction but for the financial potential that comes with owning something so rare. If you have ever wondered whether a penny could truly change your life, the 1980 Lincoln penny proves that it can. From being pocket change to a multi-million-dollar treasure, it embodies the ultimate rags to riches story. It reminds us that sometimes, extraordinary value hides in the most ordinary places. For collectors, investors, and enthusiasts, this coin is more than copper and metal. It is history, it is prestige, and it is one of the greatest stories in modern numismatics. As we look forward, the legend of the 1980 penny will continue to grow. Each discovery, each auction, and each collector who holds one adds to its story. The coin represents hope, excitement, and the possibility of fortune hidden in the smallest of objects. $20 million in your pocket, hidden as a small Lincoln penny, seems almost impossible, but for a few lucky collectors, it has already happened. It is a reminder to treasure what you find, to preserve history, and to never underestimate the potential of even the simplest objects. The 1980 Lincoln penny is not just a coin. It is a phenomenon, a global treasure, and a symbol of the incredible value that can be found in numismatics. From its minting in Denver to its survival over decades, to its current status as one of the most sought-after coins in the world, it has captivated collectors, investors, and enthusiasts worldwide. Its story is a testament to rarity, to preservation, and to the excitement of discovery. So, the next time you come across a penny, whether it's in a pocket, a drawer, or a jar of old coins, remember this story. The smallest, most ordinary objects can hold extraordinary secrets. The 1980 Lincoln penny is living proof that history can be found in the most unexpected places, that one coin can change lives, and that the legacy of a coin can last for generations. Whether you are a serious collector or simply fascinated by incredible stories, this penny will continue to inspire awe and admiration for decades to come. This is the ultimate story of rarity, of history, and of unimaginable wealth. The 1980 Lincoln penny is more than a coin, it is a legend. It is the holy grail of modern coin collecting, a symbol of excellence in minting, and a treasure that has captured the imagination of people all over the world. $20 million in a single coin is not just a number. It is a story of discovery, patience, and the incredible world of numismatics. The journey of the 1980 penny teaches us to look closely at what we often take for granted. It reminds us that even the smallest objects, when preserved and cherished, can become priceless. The coin is a testament to the power of rarity, to the allure of history, and to the dreams of collectors who understand its true value. $20 million may seem impossible for a single penny, but it is reality for the 1980 Lincoln penny, and it stands as one of the greatest treasures ever produced by the U.S. Mint. If you love incredible stories of rare coins, of hidden treasures, and of life-changing discoveries, then the 1980 Lincoln penny is the ultimate example. Its legend will continue to grow, its value will continue to rise, and its story will be told for generations. Have you ever held a coin so rare that it could turn an ordinary person into a millionaire overnight? Today, we're diving into one of the most legendary coins in the world of numismatics, the 1973 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. This isn't just any penny. This is a coin that commands respect, awe, and an almost unbelievable value. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could be worth $11 million. $11 million for a single penny, and in this video, I'm going to take you on a journey through its history, why it's so rare, and how collectors around the globe are willing to pay unimaginable sums just to own it. The story begins back in 1973 at the Philadelphia Mint. The Lincoln penny had already been a staple of American currency for decades, honoring Abraham Lincoln, a man whose legacy defined the nation. But during that year, something extraordinary happened. A rare anomaly occurred during production. Most pennies carried the standard mint marks, or in the case of Philadelphia, sometimes none. But this penny, the 1973 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, became legendary because of its scarcity and the story behind its minting. Experts often call it a near-mythical coin, because only a handful are known to exist today, making it one of the most sought-after pennies in the world. Now, let's talk about rarity. What makes this coin so special is that only a few were ever produced, or at least, only a few survived. Coins like this didn't just disappear by accident. They vanished because of production anomalies, mishandling, or being quietly removed from circulation by collectors who recognized their value. Some of these coins were never released to the public, while others ended up in private collections, hidden for decades. Imagine the thrill of discovering a coin like this in your change jar or in a drawer at home, completely unaware of its enormous value. That is the magic of the 1973 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Collectors across the globe have been chasing this coin for decades. Why? Because when it comes to rare coins, scarcity drives value. And this penny doesn't just have historical significance, it has astronomical market value. Recent auctions have seen this coin fetch offers exceeding $11 million. That's not a typo. $11 million for a coin that originally cost just 1 cent. The reason behind this sky-high valuation is a mix of extreme rarity, high demand, and the fascinating story behind its existence. Coins like this are one-in-a-lifetime finds, and when one surfaces, the world watches in awe. But the story of the 1973 no-mint mark Lincoln penny doesn't stop there. It's also about luck, timing, and human curiosity. Some lucky collectors stumbled upon this coin entirely by accident, while others inherited it from family members who never realized what they possessed. Every specimen tells a story, and every sale becomes a historical event. The excitement isn't just in the coin itself, but in the journey it represents, a journey that spans decades, crosses continents, and captivates the imagination of people everywhere. Now let's dive into the coin's unique characteristics. The 1973 no-mint mark Lincoln penny has a design that's instantly recognizable, with Abraham Lincoln's profile on the front and the famous Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But what sets it apart is not the design, it's the mint mark, or rather, the absence of it. Most pennies from 1973 carry a mint mark, but this one doesn't, creating a unique variation that numismatists prize above almost all others. Its condition also plays a massive role in its value. A flawless coin, with sharp details and no scratches, can command tens of millions of dollars in private sales or auctions, while even minor imperfections can significantly affect its market price. That's why authentication and grading are crucial for anyone who owns or wants to sell this penny. The history of this coin is as thrilling as its market value. Picture collectors in the 1970s, excitedly scouring banks and coin rolls, hoping to discover rare pennies. Some may have thrown this coin aside, unaware of its significance, while others recognized its value immediately. Over the decades, the 1973 no-mint mark Lincoln penny became the stuff of legend, whispered about in collector circles and online forums. People share stories of discovering it in jars of pennies, inheritance collections, or even at estate sales. Every tale adds to its mystique and reinforces why this coin is one of the most iconic numismatic treasures in the world. Auction history is equally fascinating. When one of these pennies surfaces at auction, it's not just a sale, it's an event. Collectors from all over the globe place competing bids, sometimes exceeding $11 million, just to secure ownership. Museums and investors alike compete, recognizing that owning this penny isn't just about money, it's about prestige, history, and legacy. Each auction becomes a snapshot in time, a moment where history and modern market dynamics collide, and the value of this coin continues to soar. But let's talk about real-life stories. There are reports of individuals who discovered a 1973 no-mint mark Lincoln penny in change at a grocery store, completely unaware of the fortune in their hands. Some inherited it from family members who had collected coins casually, never realizing the treasure they had. These stories captivate the imagination because they represent the ultimate hidden treasure, a coin that could be anywhere, waiting for someone lucky enough to find it. The thrill of discovery is what drives collectors, investors, and enthusiasts alike, and it's why this penny is one of the most talked about coins in history. For those looking to sell or invest in this coin, understanding the market is critical. The 1973 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is incredibly sensitive to condition, provenance, and certification. A certified, perfectly preserved specimen will attract massive bids, while coins with slight damage or cleaning may see a lower value. Professional grading by recognized authorities is essential to maximize the coin's worth. Auctions are the most common venue for selling such a high-value coin, as they ensure transparency, security, and competition, which drives the price higher. Beyond auctions, this coin has taken on a cultural significance. Social media, YouTube, and online collector communities have amplified its fame. Videos like this one spark curiosity and excitement, inspiring people to check their own coin collections for hidden treasures. The 1973 no-mint mark Lincoln penny has become more than just a coin. It's a symbol of hope, luck, and the excitement of discovering something extraordinary in everyday life. So, what should you do if you come across a 1973 Lincoln penny without a mint mark? Handle it carefully, keep it safe, and consider having it professionally authenticated. This could be the key to unlocking a fortune, as even a single coin can change your financial future dramatically. Remember, these coins are incredibly rare, and their value is not just monetary, it's historical, emotional, and cultural. Owning one means being part of a select group of people who understand the true significance of rare collectibles. In conclusion, the 1973 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is not just a coin. It's a story, a legend, and a treasure. Its journey from the Philadelphia Mint to private collections, its scarcity, its astronomical market value, and the thrill of discovery make it one of the most fascinating coins in the world. Whether you are a collector, an investor, or simply a lover of history, this penny represents the ultimate intersection of luck, legacy, and financial opportunity. So next time you check your change, take a closer look. History could be hiding in your pocket, waiting for you to discover it. The 1973 no-mint mark Lincoln penny reminds us that sometimes, the most extraordinary treasures are closer than we think, hiding in plain sight, ready to change lives forever. And who knows? The next life-changing penny might just be sitting in your hand right now. You won't believe what I'm about to show you today. Right now, in your pocket, in your drawer, in a dusty jar of coins, there could be a fortune hiding in plain sight. One single penny could be worth more than a luxury car, more than a mansion, more than most people earn in a lifetime. I'm talking about the 1972 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, one of the rarest, most valuable coins ever produced in the history of the United States. And today, we're going to uncover its story, its secrets, its history, and how a tiny, ordinary-looking coin has reached a mind-blowing market value of $10 million. Yes, you heard that right. $10 million for a single penny. The story begins in 1972, a time when America was going through change. Richard Nixon was president, the country was adjusting to a new economy, and everyday Americans were using coins just like they always had. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909, had long been a symbol of American history, featuring the image of Abraham Lincoln, the president who ended slavery and preserved the Union. By 1972, millions of Lincoln pennies were produced across the United States, in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Most pennies were ordinary, almost invisible, passing from pocket to pocket, but hidden among them was something extraordinary, something that would turn ordinary people into millionaires. The 1972 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how mistakes sometimes create legends. Normally, Every penny has a mint mark, a small letter indicating where it was made. D for Denver, S for San Francisco, and Philadelphia pennies usually had no mark, but the magic here is in the rarity and the error. A handful of these pennies were struck without a mint mark in a way that made them almost perfect, uncirculated, and incredibly rare. Out of millions of pennies minted that year, only a few are believed to exist today. That scarcity has created an astronomical value, making this coin a holy grail for collectors and investors alike. Imagine this: for decades, this penny could have been sitting in someone's wallet, a loose coin among hundreds of others, completely unnoticed. A coin worth nothing to the average person suddenly becomes the most valuable penny in the world, commanding a price tag of $10 million. People who discovered one of these coins in their spare change have become instant millionaires, often without even realizing the treasure they held until a numismatic expert confirmed its authenticity. The 1972 no-mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just a coin, it's a story, a mystery, and a financial miracle all in one. What makes this coin so special is not just the missing mint mark, but its condition. Coins from 1972 were generally circulated heavily, handled by thousands of people, lost, spent, or destroyed. But the few 1972 no-mint mark pennies that survived unscathed, in pristine condition, have become priceless. Even a small scratch, a tiny bend, or minor wear can reduce the value by millions. That is why professional grading is critical. Coins certified as perfect or nearly perfect by professional grading companies can reach prices no one could imagine. $10 million is not a typo, it is real, verified, and historic. Let's dive into the history of how this coin came to be. In 1972, the mint was producing pennies by the millions, using high-speed presses and highly detailed dies. Occasionally, human error or mechanical issues would result in rare mistakes, pennies that looked normal but had anomalies. These error coins are some of the most sought-after collectibles in the world. The 1972 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is considered one of the most extraordinary error coins because it survived the massive production run almost perfectly. Experts call it an error of destiny, because it was never intended to be rare, yet it became one of the most valuable coins in history. Collectors and investors alike are obsessed with this coin. It is a symbol of American history, of Lincoln's enduring legacy, and of the thrill of discovery. Owning one is like holding a tiny, golden key to unimaginable wealth. People who possess this penny often describe it as more than money. It is a story, a piece of history, and a dream realized. Stories abound of people finding one in jars of change, in old coin rolls, or inherited from grandparents, and suddenly realizing that their life just changed forever. Imagine discovering $10 million in something you thought was worthless. That is the power of the 1972 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. But how do you identify one of these coins? First, look for the absence of a mint mark. It should be from Philadelphia, struck in 1972, and in exceptional condition. Second, examine the details closely: the relief, the sharpness of Lincoln's portrait, the quality of the edges, the sheen of the metal. Only pennies in pristine, almost flawless condition can reach the highest market value. Third, certification is key. Professional grading companies provide authentication and assign a grade that ensures maximum value in the market. Without certification, even the rarest penny may not achieve its true worth. The market for this coin has exploded in recent years. Early sales and auctions have shown meteoric price increases, and today, a certified 1972 no-mint mark Lincoln penny can reach a record-breaking $10 million. Experts explain that the factors driving this value are simple: extreme rarity, historical significance, investment potential, and the universal fascination with mistakes that become treasures. Unlike other investments, rare coins like this are tangible assets. They cannot be hacked, stolen digitally, or destroyed easily. They are pieces of history that hold value across generations. But the story doesn't end there. Every penny tells a story. The 1972 no-mint mark Lincoln penny tells the story of luck, destiny, and timing. It reminds us that sometimes, fortune favors the unseen, the overlooked, and the underestimated. It is proof that treasures are not always buried in the ground or hidden in vaults. They can be in your pocket, your old coin collection, or even the change you receive every day at a store. The thrill of searching for rare coins, discovering one of these legends, and knowing that you hold a piece of history is what drives collectors around the world. Even today, collectors, investors, and treasure hunters are scouring old rolls, jars, and collections for the 1972 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. The legend of its value continues to grow, and stories of ordinary people suddenly becoming millionaires circulate worldwide. It has become more than a coin, it is a phenomenon, a cultural icon, and a symbol of the dreams of millions who hope to uncover a hidden fortune. So next time you open your wallet, check your drawer of loose change, or go through an old jar of coins, remember this: one penny can change your life forever. The 1972 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is the ultimate example of rarity, fortune, and history colliding in a single coin. It is proof that sometimes incredible wealth is hiding in the most ordinary places, waiting for the lucky few to discover it. Whether you are a collector, an investor, or just someone fascinated by history and treasure, this penny represents the ultimate dream, the dream of finding something so rare, so valuable, and so incredible that it can make you a millionaire overnight. The 1972 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is more than a coin. It is a story, a legend, a piece of history, and a fortune waiting to be discovered. It is proof that sometimes mistakes create miracles, and that the smallest objects can hold the greatest treasures. So, the next time you handle a penny, look closely. You may be holding more than copper. You may be holding a story worth $10 million. And that, my friends, is the untold story of the 1972 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, a coin that has captivated the world, inspired collectors, and changed lives forever.